stuff is. Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Terminus Live. Once again, I am your host, Corey Domino.
And once again, I am your guest, Corey.
And your name is?
Mohamad T. Jomaa.
All right. And you want to give a little brief intro of yourself? What are you doing on my podcast?
Well, we're friends.
We are friends.
Which is nice. I have a podcast of my own, which you recently were on, which hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, and the other one, I was a guest on someone else's guest.
You were on Mitchell Hartage's. But yeah, yours is coming out a week from today, buddy.
Oh, snap.
I'm also a filmmaker. And yeah, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, talk to us a bit about filmmaking and podcasting and freelancing. It's just an important part of...
What do you want to know about me?
What's interesting?
Oh, so much.
I don't know. Talk about how you got started making films in the first place. What was your journey?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you the whole story. Oh. You got flattened by a. There's got to be a Foot Clan guy controlling that thing, right?
No,
it's not just regular construction.
It's just negligence. This is the Big Apple. 3 a.m.
So I worked in restaurants for a long time, for like 13 years. And I was in my mid-20s. I was like 24 or so. I was bartending at a restaurant. Doing okay.
You had already worked in restaurants 13 years by the time you were 24?
No, that's like total.
Oh, okay.
The story starts about halfway through, and then I kept working in a restaurant.
Gotcha.
Anyway. Hey, what was this guy's name?
Baxter Stockman.
Oh, yeah. What a boring name. I guess that was his point, though, right? Well, he was like an accountant or something.
He was a scientist.
That's
why he turned into a fly. Yeah. It wasn't bad accounting that turned him into a fly. He did his taxes so wrong. He turned into a fly.
But yeah, I was like 24 or so, and I was always a creative person. I wanted to explore my sort of creative side a little bit more. I started doing open mic stand-up, stuff like that. I did that a little bit. It didn't really stick. I wasn't as motivated as you need to be good at stand-up.
Did you do it when Jay was doing stand-up?
Jay's first show was a show that I put together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, his first open mic was a show I put together over at a bar next to KSU. And I played that show. So yeah, I saw his first night of stand-up. We crossed over a little bit, but that was kind of when I was starting to get out, I guess, a little bit, or getting less serious about it, but I was never that serious about it, to be honest. I mean, not that I wasn't that serious about it, but I never did it the way... You know, stand-ups in Atlanta, like, doing stand-up in general, those guys are out there. They're at whatever every night, doing something every night. They're out all night. I never kind of committed in that way. I was just like, two times a month, maybe 3 times a month, I'd go up and I'd just, like, have fun. And I enjoyed it, but, I just couldn't commit in that way. But it did spark something in me where I was just I was kind of sick of just, working in a restaurant, and, I found doing creative things to be very fulfilling. So yeah, I went back to school, I got a job in television, and I started doing whatever I could to have a more creative life. I had worked on some short films already, and then that really ramped up once I got a job. I work, so you know this, but
yeah,
I'm a freelancer. I do a lot of grip and camera stuff. I freelance mostly for WSB TV. I shoot some stuff for them in the field. I shoot. I was up until recently doing the Bulldog show for them, which was like every week we'd go up to Athens, and it was all just interviews and sound bites and stuff like that. But I shot all the stuff that was in the field for that. I was doing that with a guy named Will Bagley, who he was doing a little bit more than me in the world of film, and kind of got me more into it. I helped him with some of his stuff. And then over the last summer, me and him, well, we worked on a short that I wrote like 3 summers ago called Good Party. That I wrote and acted, and he DP'd, and our friend Remington Swells directed. And then Will has recently directed a short film, and then we worked on a documentary over the summer that we co-directed called 101 Fun Things to Do This Summer. Mm-hmm. Oh, I need that pizza. Yeah. And we're editing that now, and hopefully we'll have it done sometime this summer. But yeah, so that kind of got me into that. In that same realm of like just wanting to have a more creative life and do things creatively. Who's this guy? Robot Turtle.
From Down, or Metalhead.
I started my podcast, Let's Make a Podcast with Mohamad, Jomaa, and Friends, which was really just a way to be creative, to constantly be creative, to do something, you know, fun and different all the time. I guess I should explain what the premise of the show is. It's a podcast in which every episode I have a guest come on and they do an episode. They pitch me a podcast idea that they've had, and then we record an episode of that podcast within my podcast. So it's really fun. It's really it's cool because we get to do something new every time. You know, we get to be, you know, we get to sort of force ourselves into doing a thing every week. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's oftentimes, even in filmmaking, where you're like, I don't really feel like working on that today, or I'll write that script next week. But with the podcast, you're kind of beholden only to yourself, but you're kind of beholden to yourself to be like,
right,
I gotta get somebody over here. We gotta come up with an idea and record for an hour and a half. And it's also fun just to like hang out and talk. But it's been super rewarding.
Yeah, you've been working hard at that. The day I did it, you said that you'd done like 2 others already that day.
Yes, you were the last of a long line.
And you had tried to do 4.
I had,
but
and I canceled that. I'm doing one tomorrow too. I'm trying to. It's always easier. I had worked a little bit on another podcast called Film Fights that was hosted by Remington Swells. Well, created by Remington Swells and Matt Dodd, and then Matt Dodd was the host, and that was a really fun podcast to do. I only would be on it, you know, I did like probably 10 or so episodes. But that was a fun podcast to work on. Are these alien? Are we fighting
the
alien?
pizza monsters.
I don't think it's alien.
That was from, it was clearly ripped off from Alien. That was from the show. I remember those from the show. They were like,
I do not.
It was like alien eggs that were on, like, toppings on a pizza accidentally that the turtles got. And then they grew up into those things and were, like, messing with them in the sewer.
But yeah, so that podcast was a lot of fun and kind of got me into that world and helped me kind of, you know, realize that was something that I'd want to do. But it's hard when you're doing a podcast because there's only so far that analytics get, so you're kind of just like, I hope people are enjoying this, you know?
Right.
Like, I could see how many people downloaded it, and that's always nice, but I'm like, are they all listening? Are they all enjoying it? I don't know. I'm one-handing this so I can take my beer.
That's a pro.
Mm-hmm. I'm just getting destroyed. You're a lot better at this game than me.
You got more lives than I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your score's higher. I was laughing about that, what were we playing? I think it was like one of the original Marios, maybe Super Mario World, whatever the Super Nintendo one was. And there's like, you know, a score on there. And I was like, that's such a relic of like arcade machines, like home consoles. Were people really that concerned with scores?
Yeah, by that point, by the Super Nintendo
nobody
time,
cared. Right?
Maybe like the original Super Mario Brothers,
yeah,
you'd be more concerned with it because you couldn't save.
Right.
But yeah,
still, it's just about how far you got, and then eventually how quickly you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Look how you can run.
Yeah, it's
You
like
can shoulder them.
they're like speed walking. They're not really running.
Well, it's weird because it takes them a minute to get started. You just gotta hold the button down and then eventually.
I think there's a setting you can do where you double tap instead of.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, double tap also works. But
Oh, does it?
the same way.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it doesn't pick it up right away, so I guess it's not really. It's kind of the same thing. Hey, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I was always a Mikey guy.
Yeah?
Party dude.
Yeah, you're a party dude?
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't like? Because he loved pizza. Who doesn't? You know, like
Yeah.
as a kid, like yeah, that's the one you glom onto.
I liked Raph though. I was a Raphael fan.
Yeah, well, he was cool but rude.
He was a rude dude. Yeah, he's sarcastic. I think I enjoyed that as a kid. He's the funny one. Like, everybody loves Michelangelo. He's getting quick. Whatever that Raphael was.
Yeah. In the movies, he definitely had more of a bite to him than the cartoon. I think he was.
You know what
just
joke I still think about all the time? I think it's from Secret of the Ooze. It's quiet in here. Yeah, a little too quiet. Hey, look, there's Raph. Yeah, a little too Raph. I like daily think about that joke. It was such a good joke.
That is a good joke. That holds up. So what do you, so do you have any, I don't know, like advice for people, like, because it's technically the main audience for this should be like college students.
Sure, I mean, yeah, my advice is, you know, I was a little bit late when I got, like I said, I was in my late 20s before I did anything, and then even then, the first time I worked on a short film, I had done some stuff with Mitchell and Jay, but like the first time I'd done something that, you know, I was kind of behind, I was 27, you know, 28, so, my advice is just to we talk about this a little bit on my podcast, but with today, like what you, with the tools that you have, like you can just go out and make something. It's really,
Yeah, it won't be
it's
amazing,
just about
but
kind of doing it and being okay with the fact that it might not be great, which is fine. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are cute. They turn into no.
He was just attacking me.
With a waffle shell.
yeah, there's a there's a book that really inspired me early on by Lloyd Kaufman called "Make Your Own Damn Movie," and his philosophy is basically just like, if you have to write the script on a napkin and then shoot it on, you know, a camcorder, as long as you're making a movie, that's
right.
You're creating and you're an artist.
I've really been trying to do something at my house with my wife on our cell phones, like something that we can write in an evening. Like that's something I really want to do. It's kind of hard because every time I get an idea, I'm like, well, maybe I should flesh out the script and maybe I should show it to my partners or whatever. But I that's something that you can totally do, and you could just upload it to you know, Vimeo or YouTube or whatever. Hey, look, you guys pick your guy.
Yeah.
Funnily, Donatello is my favorite for the game, though. I like this.
He's got the reach.
Yeah. I like this move. Pow, 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 pow.
The ancient ninja move of whomping with a stick.
Just coming straight down.
Oh, you got an extra life. Yeah, you can get 200 points to extra life.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, snap.
How are these Foot Clan like emerging from the floor? Are they Alex Macking?
Yeah. That's the subtext.
They can turn into like floor material, or is the floor birthing them? Is the floor their mother?
It's some sort of Dimension X technology. This is like still one of the most creative boss battles in video games.
Yeah, you gotta throw them at them, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
There you go.
good at it.
I think if you press toward them,
Why you?
it tends to
Yeah.
do a little
Boom.
better. Woo!
Boom.
Ah, no, I didn't want to point them
Boom.
back and forth. There we go.
This is a real. Can we curse on this?
Oh yeah. Hell
This is a
yeah.
real fucked up way to fight somebody is to throw their henchmen at them.
Well, he leaves you little option, you know.
The Foot Clan cowl, the thing they wear on their heads. very, very interesting. It's like a hood with a blanket attached to it that drapes on their shoulders. He jumped into that computer screen.
He jumped like right. They couldn't jump up and hit him.
Just grab his leg and pull him down. Give him a punch.
Come on, turtles.
Come on, turtles. In
Master
time.
Splinter was there.
Oh, this is actually when they start going through time.
Yeah, the titular
Up
time.
in this part, we were just in regular time. Now we're spinning through the air.
You can keep the cutscenes in.
Now, who needs cutscenes? And you can see, you know, these beautiful red tennis shoes.
So,
Star. Can you fight those guys? Flintstone?
no, I think they just.
Oh, he smushed me. It's real cartoony. It's smushing.
Oh yeah, like a pancake.
Guys, why are you fighting me? We're both wearing purple.
So, oh, what else you want to talk about? We can talk about like anything. It doesn't have to be film. It doesn't have to be like career related. It can just be like, what's your favorite show right now?
What are you listening to?
What are you listening? You're the guest. What are you listening to?
I know, but you know,
It's just I'm the host on this one.
I need a two-way conversation. I talk a lot on my podcast.
What am I listening to these days? That Kendrick Lamar album is pretty good.
The Black Panther. You know, I just
Oh,
saw.
no, I haven't even listened to the Black. I meant the other one. There's other recent one.
I'm gonna be off this time. Those weapons are short now.
What's the other one? The one that has King
Damn.
Pinta on it? Yeah.
No, that's To Pimp a Butterfly. That's like 4 years old now.
Oh,
Come on. I
See,
love that
that's how-
album. That was
that's
one of
how-
my favorite albums.
I'm so out of. I was never like a music person. Like I didn't like keep up with music.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't until I'd met like friends in high school that certain friends in high school that like introduced me to like White Stripes and Killers and things like that. Up until then, I was listening to the Beatles and Weird Al.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I listened to a lot of that when I was younger too, by the way.
But
And like Beach
yeah.
Boys, I listened to a lot of when I was a kid. And yeah, Weird Al, of course. You listen to Hamilton Polka? We talked about
Oh
that.
yeah, that was great.
Hey, fuck you guys with your bombs. That shit's unfair. Like, you just gonna throw a bomb. Look at them, they just leave. They're not even. Yeah, I got them. Where you going? Nowhere. That's a Boondock Saints quote. By the most famous character in that movie. That one detective who's not.
Oh. Right. Yeah. Not well known.
The one who gets
Some huge freaking guy.
Some huge freaking guy.
That movie.
I think it holds up. I bet
so into it. I don't think it holds up.
It's got to be really bad at this point.
Willem Dafoe was always the best part. I think his stuff probably holds up pretty well.
Yeah,
It's all just like
he's good. Although I wonder
it's
if,
like Toxic Masculinity, the movie, though.
yeah,
Probably hasn't aged super well.
I think that his like the portrayal of his sexual orientation might not hold up.
No,
Right? Because they do.
pretty
I feel like it's
problematic.
just kind of jokes.
Yeah,
Like,
well, there's the like.
and he's gay. That's hilarious.
Well, it was like kind of a progressive
This guy's just
depiction,
shielding.
but then it was like
Look at this idiot. Oh, thanks, Mikey. My same kick move over and over again just wasn't getting them. Are these cavemen?
No,
what are the
they're-
Foot Clan doing here? What is happening?
no, those are dudes from Dimension X, I think. Like these are all like Shredder's goons, because Shredder went back in time, and we're following him back in time. But I guess he also took all his goons with him back in time.
In the Turtles in Time movie,
There wasn't a Turtles in Time movie.
what's the one where they go to feudal Japan?
Oh, that's right. It was. There was the third one, I think.
Was
But
it
wasn't
also called Turtles
It
in
was.
Time?
It was called.
They don't go to like prehistoric. They go to feudal Japan,
Right.
and it's kind of just like samurais and stuff. They never like. Do they really? I don't really remember it.
They
Do
dressed.
they explore like the time travel element of it, or is it just?
I think it was some pseudo Asian magic or something.
Do you know the rapper Little Dicky?
No.
It's like a comedian rapper guy.
Oh, maybe. I don't.
He's okay. He's not great. It's a lot of dick jokes. My sister-in-law really likes him. He just did a video with Chris Brown that's getting a lot of attention, which I found to be strange. Like, I didn't know Chris Brown was okay yet.
I think Rihanna just like lost Snapchat a bunch of users because of Chris Brown.
She said Snapchat was canceled, bro.
Yeah, because they had some ad, which I think was like some third-party ad.
Yeah, but that was
said something
weird.
Stupid.
Yeah, what was it? My wife was just telling me about it. It's like
it was like more hits than Chris Brown or something like that.
I thought it was like, would you rather be Chris Brown or Rihanna? It was something like very just plain like that.
Yeah, that's really they messed up.
But yeah, I thought that was strange. I don't feel like Chris Brown ever apologized. Was he ever like?
I don't think so.
I shouldn't have done that.
He's like, you know what?
I think he was just
maybe messing up Rihanna wasn't the best idea. Because it wasn't just like a little tap. Like it was bad.
She put those pictures out there too, and she was really bad.
Not that even a little tap is good, but like
but
it was particularly bad.
She got like that was like somebody's trying to kill you type of beating you up.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, don't step on the little bandages. Or else you get one of these. Classic. I'm gonna do it again.
Like Sideshow Bob.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess once you do it, can't do it again.
Yeah, I guess not. That's disappointing.
This is probably because it's...
I want physical humor!
But if you had on hard mode, you do it multiple times.
Also, you can fall in the sewers. I don't think we did that earlier.
I think you did during the... Because I saw it said, this cave is creepy.
This cave is creepy!
Why are the turtles, of all people, confused by sewers?
Sewers? I think it's a cave. You live there!
Yeah, you've probably never even been in a real cave.
This cave is creepy. These shadows are so realistic.
The perfect circle.
You jump, they change.
Oh, God.
I got hit in the shell. It's something flying. Catapult style. You know what's nice about these games is when I used to play them at the arcade, you have to put a quarter in every time you die. Look at this.
What are you talking about,
hit
Grandpa?
Start. I'm going back to... No, I'm going to try out Leo. Leo! Master Splinter.
Master Splinter was Bill Cosby. Oh, Leo!
Leo!
Michelangelo with the turtles and the law and the rough and the pizza.
I always thought that teenage was an interesting modifier for their names, by the way.
Yeah, I think it was
You and
because...
Ninja Turtles are like, that's enough. We don't need to also know that they're teenagers.
I think it was because... So this started off as an underground comic.
Yeah.
Which, was not kid-friendly at all.
Really?
No, yeah, the early stuff is like... has like TNA in it, and it's like it was an underground comic.
Yeah.
And so I think it was kind of tongue-in-cheek because
that's right,
up until that point it was like teenage Nazi surfers from Mars.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that
playing on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was reading about. I've been watching the Amazon series The Tick, which is way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, when I first did the pilot, it was pretty
not
bad.
That good. Yeah, and I'm now on. I don't know if it's actually season 2, but it's the new episodes.
Oh, I haven't watched any. I haven't watched any of the new season.
Great, dude. Oh, it's great.
It's
way better than I really was not expecting it to be this good.
Did you ever watch the cartoon or the other
I watched
live
both
action?
the cartoon and the other live version. I was a big fan. Yeah, so I was always excited. Even when they first announced it and they did the pilot, I was Rocksteady and Bebop. What's up?
Walking the plank, show braids.
They're punk rock pirates. But yeah, so I was reading about it, and they mentioned that like TMNT for the comic was a big contemporary, and I guess they were, because I know the Tick was a little bit more R-rated as a comic, which is interestingly the Amazon show is a little bit more R-rated.
Oh,
at least they curse and have a lot of violence. So you watched the first 6 episodes?
Yeah, where they show how the Terror killed his dad or whatever.
Yeah.
You're the boy from
You've
the
already
photo.
met Overkill, and yeah, he's already
think
taken
so.
him, right? I think Overkill's the dude that uses extreme violence that teams up with them.
Oh, is he like a Punisher ripoff,
Yeah,
basically?
it's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, maybe I haven't. I need to. Is this released weekly, or they do it all at once like Netflix?
I think it's all at once. But
to
I
go
think
back
the
and watch.
first batch was 6. I don't know if it's season 1 and season 2, but the first batch was 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And they just released another 6, and that's what I'm watching now.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm watching it. I only started watching it when they released the other 6 because they started doing the podcast circuit. So I heard them a bunch, and I was like, oh yeah, I always really wanted to hear that.
Peter
They were on, like,
Serafinowicz.
Sarah Fenowitz and Griffin Newman, I think, plays Arthur.
I like the way they're doing Arthur in this. It's definitely a departure from the other.
Yeah,
shows.
he's also
but makes sense.
even more so the central character. He kind of was in the last live action version, I think, too, but he's even more so. Like the story's about Arthur.
Right.
And
Yeah. I mean,
he
the Tick's
meets
not going to
the
have
Tick.
any. He's not going to have any emotional growth. Like,
Right.
almost by his very nature, he's
Right.
more a force of nature than
Hey, can I
he
come
is.
on your horse? Nope.
No.
Be some real next level shit for this game.
Yeah. Tick is. I really enjoy the Tick, and then like that's the Venture Brothers is kind of like the spiritual successor
Yeah,
to the
for sure.
Tick. It was-
Yeah, which I always loved the Venture Brothers.
I really like the idea of like.
Venture Brothers gets so dense.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous how much stuff. Look at these terrible. They all hid the same, too. They're all under the same fucking hat and poncho.
Yeah, it's like 3 lamps in a row or something.
Yeah. This'll fool them.
But I really like the idea of like superhero as a day job,
Yeah.
or like they have a life outside of being a superhero.
I was describing the Tick to somebody just the other day. I was like, it's like Watchmen if Watchmen didn't suck.
Yeah, it's like if Watchmen was funny, not depressing.
Not terrible. Not
Did you
not
ever
the book. I love the graphic novel.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
I was a big fan of the graphic.
Hot take, Watchmen.
It's not a hot take. I think most people probably agree that that movie is utter garbage,
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
except for Mitchell Hardage.
Oh really?
Like,
Does he-
"Eh,
I mean, it's I don't
Feels
know.
that way,
It's
yeah.
for such an amazing book. Like,
Yeah, what's funny is I remember it being praised for being so true to the book, but I was like, it just because it
really,
looks
though.
like the book doesn't mean it was
There's a
true
lot of,
to
like-
the book visually.
there's a lot of
Oh,
just
blew
like
myself
solid
up.
walls of text in the book that would be really hard to translate.
It didn't get but the movie doesn't get like the feel, like the themes, or the just the feel of it at all. You know what I mean? The movie doesn't really have
Yeah.
a feel to it at all.
It's
to
just
me.
nostalgia. That's the feel.
Yeah.
They tacked on like real world nostalgia to the superheroes.
Did you watch any of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies? The new ones? Michael Bay ones?
Actually, I haven't.
I haven't either. I was curious about them in a way, not in a way that I thought they looked good, but in a way that I kind of wanted to.
I just.
Oh,
couldn't.
April O'Neil.
Fight!
Look
She's-
she
she's-
looks realistic. Look at that face.
She's out for blood.
Whoa! I stood underneath that thing by accident. Wait, how do you do that?
So you do. Okay, so you have to run.
Oh, God, it's a cowboy alligator wearing a speedo.
Yeah, Leatherhead. He's a Creole. He's like a Louisiana.
I remember him. Oh, and he throws crawfish.
How much more of a stereotype? I think this is also the episode that had the frogs. It was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Frogs or something,
Nice.
and they all had like weird Southern accents.
Alright, if we were going to create another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, what would his name be and personality be? What are they missing? They got the brains. Donatello's really nothing. Oh, he's like
Well-
the science one.
Donatello's yeah, he does machines.
So I guess he's the brain. So Leonardo's just the leader.
You remember that there was like a live action TV show for a minute that had a girl turtle called Venus de Milo, which
Is it a bad name?
well, so they're all artists.
Yeah, she's a
Venus de Milo
sculpture.
is the sculpture,
Yeah.
is the art. I feel like they should have Maybe called her like Frida Kahlo or something. I don't know. I guess that's not Italian though.
Frida would have worked though.
Yeah.
Frida would have worked.
Not an Italian artist though. There might not be many female Italian Renaissance artists.
I think we should create a Shemp.
A Shemp, like Michelangelo couldn't do the show anymore.
He was gone for a few seasons. I don't think I ever made it this far. What is going on?
Oh, dude, this is the future. You're all the way to the year 2020.
I can't wait for.
This is gonna be so cool.
It's gonna be awesome.
This is how Trump's gonna make America great again. I guess this is supposed to be New York in the year 2020.
So we watched those the turtles on Oprah. You know?
Oh yeah,
you were there.
So weird.
It is very
It was
strange.
Part of the marketing tour for their coming out of their shell. It was like a music. It was like a concert series.
It was like
that they did.
Yeah, it was like a kids concert where they like play instruments and
I
sing
think
songs.
people from the state had something to like some.
Yeah,
I
I've
like
heard
Robert
that
Ben.
they were at points playing the turtles or doing the voices of the turtles.
Yeah, because maybe they
I
were
think
in
Ben
the.
Grant did and Thomas Lennon. Maybe?
Which Ben, I could totally hear Ben Grant doing like Michelangelo or something. I could totally see that. But yeah, that Oprah interview was.
I find the strangest part of it is that they're out of their shell. I watched it again,
Well, from
clips
a-
of it, and I was just like, this is disturbing looking.
From a costuming standpoint, it makes total sense.
Yeah,
Because like they don't have
Didn't-
this extra 60-pound thing
didn't
on their
look right.
back.
I guess when you're kids, your eyes don't like pick up on. They're just like turtles,
Well, they had-
colors.
They had vests on.
They had
which
vests on, like
kind
denim
of
vests.
That kind of creates the same visual impact as.
bothered me. Didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. They look weak. The shells make them strong. They don't really use their shells ever in the movies or even the cartoon.
I
there's
think in the
never a
movie
point-
they like sunk down into
they?
it. I think so. Yeah, I kind of remember
They should
that.
use them as like battering rams.
Yeah, there definitely should be a thing where like one of them goes completely in their shell and the other one like throws them. That would be pretty cool.
What's the deal with Krang? I mean,
Shredder?
what's his deal?
He's a alien.
He's an alien, and that's a robot body.
Well, that's how look, his natural state is the little alien
brain.
thing. He's just Krang. He's like basically a walking brain.
Right.
And then that was a robot he built to be more, ambulatory,
Okay.
like to actually have some freedom of movement.
His body, good design.
I saw someone do a really good cosplay of that.
Really?
Yeah, it had like a little. It was someone like as that robot, but then they had a little Krang in their stomach.
I'm trying to think of a way to go as not Quaid, Quado.
Oh, from Total Recall.
I could do like a good.
Yeah, a little.
Quado. But I feel like your face has got to be Quado, so you have to build like a big papier-mâché person over you somehow.
Yeah.
You gotta be short. You need a short guy to do it.
Yeah.
Or it could be a two-person costume. Okay.
I guess would it be like someone in a tall trench coat.
Yeah. Vincent, adult man.
Yeah.
Situation.
I did a business.
That's pretty professional. You know what was killing me when I was editing your episode was your it didn't make it in. It was part of the preamble, but it's your impression of what the fuck is his name? Portlandia, Fred Armisen.
Oh, Fred Armisen.
It was killing me listening to it again. I was like, it's so funny.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
You're saying,
What are we talking
You
about?
do-
That like Fred Armisen came up.
we were talking some about stand up for drummers.
Oh yeah, it's like you have a little. Sometimes you have a parallel drum. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of have a high voice like this. He talks so fast and then takes a break. Can't really do it.
I was trying to do Hannibal Buress. I think he got kicked out of some.
Oh,
Catholic
it
school.
was Loyola. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
don't talk about priests molesting children at Catholic
he
University.
must have been like,
It's like-
I'm gonna get him to kick me off. I
Like,
did see apparently he put out there like, this is the list of things they told me I couldn't talk about. That's why I did that.
Right. Yeah, he probably figured that they wouldn't like cut the mic on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Hannibal,
whatever.
He like
Come on,
talks
Hannibal.
he talks real fast. He's doing what he's doing himself. It's real fast. He just kind of runs everything together, and then it's much like he slows him down. He stops him and he slows him. Fight. Where's April O'Neil's face?
We're going. We don't need faces. Ah, watch out. Got ice floor.
That makes sense.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I got invincibility for beating that guy to pieces. Ah, come on.
I'm getting off this ice floor. I don't know about this ice floor. Oh, I think I just hit.
Hey, you like hit that ball, that giant bouncing ball.
I didn't get to see it do anything. So we're on like Mars or something?
I think so. Some RA is like a moon base.
Totally
I don't know why it's red.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's hitting me.
There we go. Yeah, throw that rock man.
Football playing rock man. That's a cool move. Boom.
Oh yeah, so you do that and then you hit jump. Oh wait, I think if you do that and hit jump again, that's how you slide. Maybe not.
Nope.
Oh no, maybe you hit jump and then attack. That's what it is.
That isn't really hurting people, my little cartwheel. It's just for show.
Yeah, I don't know what it's actually for.
These dang rock men.
Don't you hate? You're just trying to have a good time and some rock men come mess up your day. It's like what did I do? Oh, you game overed?
I game over!
I thought there was unlimited.
Nah,
games.
there is. It's like 4 lives or something.
Jeez, I would have tried harder.
No. Get him, Mikey. Avenge me. Hey, you ever see Red Dawn? You know, like the 1980s Red Dawn?
I haven't. I know of it, but I haven't actually.
It's really dark and like sad.
Yeah, it's like the Russians coming.
Yeah. Like a lot of main characters die in that movie.
Spoiler.
I'm just saying, a lot of them. So don't get too attached to any of them.
So it's not like Goonies.
It is not like Goonies. It kind of is almost like Goonies, except for they all start dying.
Except
Getting picked off one of the
Chunk
ones
sacrificed
in war. Like, it is a dark movie. But there is a great moment where that they've set up concentration camps and so the main group of kids have escaped. They never got captured, but they got away and went out and started living in the woods.
Right.
Early on when the invasion first happened. And at one point they break into the concentration camp and they see one of their friends' dads. And they realize they can't break him out and their dad is just crying and he's like, "Avenge me!" As they run away. And I think about that all the time.
That's pretty dark.
It is very dark.
Ah, God.
So what, are Krang and Shredder buddies? Why? Because they're just both bad?
I think Krang is like the boss. And Shredder's kind of no. Shredder, he's not the big. Yeah, Shredder's not the big boss. He has
the Krang's over Shredder.
Oh yeah, Krang's Shredder is Krang's little bitch boy. He's like his right hand man. He may give him attitude, but Krang is definitely calling the shots. Ah, bubbles. Ah, bubbles.
You know, when you're in a fight and they get you with their bubble machine. God damn it,
get out of this bubble.
Oh, I got caught in the bubble.
What? Why can't I? There we go.
Jump kick, bro. Oh, can't.
Oh, yeah, he's flashing. What's Shredder doing back there?
He's cheering him on.
Go crack.
Fist.
Go crack.
Yay!
Go crack.
Yay!
I will defeat you, turtles. That was Uncle Phil.
No way, really?
Shredder was Uncle
the
Phil.
Voice?
It was James Avery.
Yeah. That's great. I remember those guys.
Ah, ooh, almost got me. Come on. Come on. I think after this is Super Shredder.
Do you remember Pizza Hut's Book It program?
Yeah, I wish they still had that. I'd totally be reading books. for pizza, for a $1.50 slice of pizza,
Yep.
if that. That hole's our way home.
Who are you talking to? I'm dead.
His
And you
dead
didn't even
brother.
stop to mourn me.
You can keep the. You don't have to switch back to the camera between scenes. Okay.
Should we take some calls from listeners? You're on the air.
Hi.
Super Shredder!
Turtle soup. Now that's his arc. He finally got a turtle soup.
Is Turtle Soup a real
What
thing?
the? I think so.
Is this the last bad guy?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I feel
What?
like I died
Dude.
too early.
Ah, why isn't he? Oh my god.
He's super.
Bro. There we go. Have to get him like when he attacks.
Does he think that the ooze is Turtle Soup?
Ooh, maybe.
Do the turtles age?
No, dude, they're
Like,
teenagers.
were they born teenagers once they got oozed? How old were they as turtles?
Did you see the movie?
I don't remember.
No, they were babies.
Right.
Cause then,
So Splinter at one time was a young rat?
I think so.
Yeah,
It depends
maybe.
on the telling of it. Because sometimes he was either started as a rat and he was like the rat of some like samurai, so that's why he knows ninja skills.
That makes sense.
And in the cartoon, I think he was like a ninja and that got turned into a rat. He was a human. Because I
I always just assumed he got oozed too.
no, in the theme song, I think he did get oozed, but like that's how he got oozed or something. Like in the theme song, it shows him as a human in the cartoon. Ah, my toe. Oh, shit. Ah, this is so hard.
Hit him in the butt. Yeah, right in his butt.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Gotta time it just right.
Do you want to talk about what our episode of my podcast was about?
Sure.
We watched an episode of King of the Hill and then did a literary analysis of it. So, it's not out yet. My wife listened in from upstairs as she was trying to fall asleep, and she was like, I was wrapped up in the conversation.
Oh, that's good. I was worried that it was just...
No, we get into the world of we nerd out to comedy in general, I think, and the state of comedy in America right now.
Right.
So it was an interesting conversation we had. I think we really solved it.
Oh, yeah. Case closed.
Speaking of case closed, I'm back! I'm alive!
And Splinter is like, you save the world, but try hard mode next time. 31 minutes.
Good job, buddy.
All right. Should we switch games?
Let's
now,
switch
or
games.
You want to go?
Since these games have a lifespan. You want to try Mario RPG?
Yeah, I can do
Play a little,
until. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try a little bit of Super Mario RPG. Guess should we go to 45 minutes or to an hour? An hour? Okay, cool. So yeah,
I thought you were
let's do
asking me. I was like, let's go all night, baby.
all night.
Hey, hit start in whatever you decide for the hotkey, because somehow you got made into one player.
Uh-oh. This is what I... Okay, there it goes.
Same time. Same time.
Okay, there it goes.
All right. So this Mario RPG game I've been hooked on. Some of you might remember it from
It's
old Super Nintendo days.
definitely one of my all-time favorites.
It is so much fun. You want to just play from my save?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you do it. You
Okay.
play from your save.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll play. You'll watch. Give me pointers.
Yeah. I'll criticize.
Yeah. I need your control.
Oh, did that do it good the first?
This is our first player controller.
Oh yeah, you were saying the first, and I didn't realize this going, but the first boss is named Mac, and he's a knife.
And he's a knife, yeah.
The knife. Oh right.
This game introduces a lot of.
Mario's got really big blue eyes.
Yeah, he does. Look at that beauty. It introduces a lot of characters and sort of story that just doesn't exist anywhere else in Mario. Characters like Gino, who's a doll come to life.
Yeah, possessed by the spirit of some sort of star
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember his name was like unpronounceable to humans, and they basically use like emojis.
Yeah.
Like
it's
symbols.
Question mark, exclamation point. They're like, nobody can pronounce this. Thunderbolt. The other ass is Thunderbolt. This Malo guy is a frog, and he's adopted by frogs.
Yeah, he thinks he's a frog. Until he meets people that look just like him.
Yeah, I've not gotten there yet. As a matter of fact,
spoilers.
I didn't remember. Well, we were looking for his family, so I assumed we would find him eventually. But I didn't remember that when I first started playing. Again, now as an adult, and he's like, "I'm Malo, I'm a frog," and I'm like, "Wow, they designed that frog really badly." And then, like within the next 3 minutes of gameplay, you find out, yeah, he's not a frog.
Well,
oh god.
Ah, that's a neat little Easter egg.
There is a lot of those in this game. There's a lot of comedy in this game in general.
Have you found Link?
Yeah, Link is sleeping in an inn at one point.
I think Samus. Either Samus is in it, or you see
I have not
her grave or something. There's
oh god,
something with the name Samus.
That's dark. Were you a Metroid player? Did you play any of those games? I really haven't played much.
Let's see. I never beat any of them because they were so hard. But I played the first one, and then the second one was on Game Boy. I played that quite a bit, and then the Super Metroid on Super Nintendo. I played that quite a bit.
Is that a first-person shooter, or is that still when it's the side-scroller?
On Super Nintendo. On all those, that was they didn't have first-person shooters back then. And
what about Doom? Doom's a first-person shooter, wasn't that?
Oh right, Nintendo? It was okay. Then it wasn't like Doom.
There was
only
Doom though.
No, it wasn't until Metroid Prime
that it was
a first-person shooter. And
I think I
did beat
played
those.
some of that, but I didn't even play that much of that.
I think I played the first and third Metroid Prime. Yeah, those are pretty fun.
By the way, I love video games. I always think I'm not very good. I struggle with video games. My favorite games, I always feel self-conscious when people are watching me. Welcome to Sky Bridge. It's a big tourist attraction here. Yahoo! That's all you've got for me.
So you just gotta go across. Oh, that's right. You have to
What, are they gonna fall on me?
They're gonna shoot stuff at you.
Yes, explain.
Is this like a side quest, or is this how you have to get
It's like
past?
a little secret area, yeah. So I have not played this yet. On the normal course, make it across by just jumping! Okay. Alright. I'll go for expert. Boom!
You're crazy.
Boom!
Oh.
Oh god. Oh god! These are not falling. Oh!
Jinxed it.
I fell. Hey.
Hey!
Alright, okay. Yeah, cool. That's weird. That was a skill I did not know those guys possessed.
Just jump on my head.
Hey, look. Nobody's... Oh, I have to start it over, right? Okay. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's move on. What are you?
Is it Monstro Town?
Sure. Look for the well where the ant pops up and proceed after it. Keep following it and you'll find your way in the room. Once there, Monstro Town's around the corner. I'll see you there. Oh god,
dude,
what am I doing?
You didn't wait for the ant. Oh, there's the ant. You gotta follow the ant. Oh, you have to fight them.
Is that an ant? I don't think that was an ant.
Yeah, I think they're called ants.
Oh yeah, they are ants. It's a little armor on.
They're only working with so many pixels.
Yeah. Funny how quickly your eyes just adjust though to these games. You know what I mean?
And some of the 8-bitty kind of games on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Like Stardew Valley, I'll be playing that for a while, and then I'll go to the menu, and it's just like, oh, the resolution's too high. Man was not meant to see this clearly.
Sam, my wife plays the shit out of Stardew Valley.
I was still in my first year in that game.
Really?
Well, I play it for a while, and then I've come to the realization that I'm just doing
hard,
chores.
kids. I know. That's why I can't get into it, by the way. It feels like work.
Yeah, it feels like, oh, I could be like planting a garden in real life.
Yeah. Pick your ass up, Mario.
But then, yeah, honestly, I don't think I could do it. I've tried, and I don't have the patience.
Not on that level. Gotta get those time hits, baby.
Mm-hmm. Fence up.
Da-na-na-na. Ding, 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 ding. Throw Mario. Throw him again.
Oh, Toadstool.
Come back. What's that?
I think that's a revive.
Nice.
Yeah, once she actually levels up quite a bit, like, she's pretty powerful. Oh, what the heck?
So,
which one was it?
God.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh, I jumped on his head. That's weird. What the heck? I do need to swap out Mala for maybe Princess Peach. What's Princess Peach's deal?
What do you mean?
Is it Toadstool?
Oh,
Is it Toadstool Peach?
I think it's
Toadstool?
Peach Toadstool. Like
Is she a mushroom too?
No, she's just she's Princess of the Mushrooms.
Yeah. Why is her dad a mushroom and she's not?
Do they ever show her dad?
Yeah, in this game, you see your dad?
They do.
He's
You
the
know?
Mushroom King. Yeah, in like the original game too, right? If she's the princess,
No, they don't
right?
ever
Wouldn't her
show
dad
her.
be the king?
I guess so. Though if it's like Adventure Time rules, Princess was like the highest. It's like the highest.
But they have a
thing.
chancellor. I guess that's not a king.
No, yeah, Chancellor's not the same as a king.
Yeah.
It's like Prime Minister or
Yeah,
something.
so I guess she's just. It is.
She's a figurehead, really.
It is Adventure Time rules. You know what? Adventure Time rules.
So do you have any final filmmaking topics you want to talk about, or like anything about the industry you want to touch on before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, what? Let's see.
I know that's very general,
We've
but
talked
like
a little bit about, you know, the idea of sort of embracing creativity and just going for it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, you know, it takes definitely some hard work, but it's probably mostly just dedication to doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel I was just talking about it with my wife. I was like, I feel very like lucky in a way. I mean, it's taken my own, you know, not to take anything away from like people who do it. Like, you gotta work hard and, you know, focus, but I feel like lucky that I've been able to sort of, you know, wise up to that and chase my dream in that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I told like 10-year-old Mohamad, you know, what he'd be doing right now, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like having this cool podcast and just like making movies with his friends, and you know, it's just a lot of fun. Like 10-year-old Mohamad loses shit over it.
Yeah.
We didn't talk much about like freelancing.
Got any freelancing tips?
No, because I'm still figuring it out. It's hard work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough trying to navigate that world, but it can be very rewarding if you get good at it, you know, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? You got any advice for me?
Don't stop.
Believing?
Don't stop. Never stopping.
Underrated comedy, by
Yeah.
the way, right? Do you remember which hole? I guess I need to fight them and then pay attention to what.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, God.
Oh, bro. Oh, dude. Oh, boy. Oh. It's never gonna get the monster
I love
town.
like Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, two of my favorite games. And anytime somebody comes over, you know, I'm like, let's play, and we'll play, and they'll be like, I haven't played in years, and they'll destroy me. They'll be so much better. I'm like, I play this game all the time. Yeah, shout out to Justin Green for teaching me all about building this RetroPie thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. He wrote huge long emails about how to do it to me for no reason besides me saying, "Hey, I want to have one of those."
Well, that's nice of him.
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we should start wrapping her on up.
No, let's do this forever.
I'll do a couple plugs. First off, Terminus Conference and Festival. Get your tickets; they're on sale now. I believe submissions have closed, at least for movies. Do you know games? Games are still good. Still send in your games. Terminus itself is June 15th through the 17th. And get your tickets now. Go to terminusevent.com. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to Thea. Thea is a local Atlanta video streaming service where you can find us, Terminus Live, every Wednesday after the show on Tuesday. So go to thea.network and look for us there. Thea. Anything that you want to plug your podcast?
Let's Make a Podcast, available everywhere you get podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. You can search Let's Make a Podcast. That's all that actually they would allow me to call it. But if you search Let's Make a Podcast with Mohamad T. Jomaa and Friends, it will pop up a little bit easier. It's the logo with all there's a few Let's Make a Podcast, but
oh, really?
It's the logo that's combined of a bunch of different famous podcast logos.
Be sure to listen to the right and Let's Make a Podcast.
With Mohamad T. Jomaa and Friends. So check that out.
Specifically my episode. Specifically listen to that one.
Listen to that one. It comes out next Tuesday. And then there's, I guess follow my Instagram account because that's where you'll hear about any movie news. HAMYCAKES. That's Hammy Cakes.
All right. And I'll plug a radio play that I've been a part of.
Oh, I have a question for you about that.
Oh, what is it?
A guy I work with, John Crow, he did a voice on there. I don't know if you guys recorded together or anything.
No, we don't record together.
The Yakuza.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. So it's called The Eye, Big Trouble in Little Chinatown. Yeah. It's like a monster noir. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like noir story, but like the main character is a cyclops, and like it's actually since it's all in Chinatown, they actually use real Chinese myths and like real Chinese stories for inspiration for the monsters and for the characters. Like Sun Wukong from Journey to the West is a character, and Dr. Fu Manchu is a character. Awesome. They're actually really proud of the fact that it's one of the few portrayals of Dr. Fu Manchu played by an Asian person.
That's great.
Which they actually one of the things they did was made sure that if it's an Asian character, it's an Asian person playing it. There's no...
Cool, so you're not an Asian character.
I'm not an Asian character. I'm announcer 2.
Nice.
So I don't even have a very big role in it.
Give us a little juicy tidbit.
I actually did a Wolfman Jack voice, so it's like, good evening out there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, spoilers, I did that voice. And then I also do, at the end, it's like, The Eye was recorded at blah, 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 blah.
The, Mark McConnell? No, who was it on Filling Adventure Hour that did it every time?
Oh, yeah, I can't remember.
It doesn't matter.
Any hoozles. So go listen to The Eye. You can search for that. Listen, I'm in episode 3 and like episode 6. I have like one line.
I'm excited.
But they're awesome people that put it together, so go find that. And that's us. That's all we got.
This guy.
So bye. See you next time.